From the back of where Lenin used to be, we can see the road leading up there. It's the main road of the city centre, and as you can see, all the buildings around it are pretty much modern ones. The old cinema, pretty much as you were, still with the 5 statues adorning it, slightly covered by the trees now. As you'd probably expect, this imposing government building is still standing. The building from the 1930s, like many buildings from the period, have now become something else. This one, which was an institute, university, has now become a, I guess, 5-star hotel, one of the most expensive in the city. The long frieze going across the top of the building is still there. Once upon a time, in these gaps here, these square gaps, there used to be portraits of Stalin, Lenin, Marx and Engels, and needless to say, that huge glass structure, part of the building now, is obviously a recent addition. Another classic one here, still standing pretty much as you were. As you can see here, the building on the left is still standing, pretty much exactly as you were, but the one on the right has long since gone. That Philharmonia has been there for at least since the 70s, I think. So. And another thing you'll notice is no tram lines. Unfortunately, Tbilisi lost its tram system. As you'd expect, the embankment hasn't changed at all. Well, not physically anyway. However, it has changed its name. Before, it used to be named after Stalin. Everything in the foreground here has changed. The monument or statue, whatever it's meant to be, rather strange thing on the right. And then of course the flyover. In the 1950s, hardly anyone owned a car, so they didn't need flyovers on busy roads. However, the residential building there in the background that you see, that's all still intact. And that was quite a prestigious home given to anyone of note. And just opposite the house is the circus. Now, I can assure you it's still up there and it's still pretty much the same. As you can see, the trees, which were just babies at the time of the photograph, have now become huge and block the view of the circus